Intro edits for DJs can be a touchy topic. A lot of veteran DJs say that you never need to use intros if you know how to bring it in right, but you can't get around the fact that it can be an indispensable tool, especially for new and beginner DJs. So in this video, I'll go over how to make your own intro edits of pretty much any song using a free piece of software, Serato Studio. So let's get into it. So here we're gonna start in Serato DJ Pro and find a song that needs an intro version, right? So I have this edit right here of this Drake song. So it has some light percussion and just a vocal in it, but it doesn't have everything in it, or like a really constant drum beat that's going to be really easy to mix in. So the first step is we're going to want to, of course, analyze the track in Serato DJ and get the BPM and the beat grids right. And I've gone ahead and done that already. You see the beat grid lands on time. Now the next big step is we're going to want to find a part of the track that has some drums in it that are pretty consistent, but also doesn't have too much going on. I found that part coming up right around here. Fast forward a little bit. Right here. I'm just going to go ahead and cue point that, and I'll show you why that's important later, but let's listen to this. And a quick way to know if that's going to work is if we go back to that cue point I set and we just set like maybe a 4-bar loop, see if it loops around correctly and sounds clean. Okay, that sounds good to me. So now that we have all of that stuff saved, we have the cue point at the point we want to, use as the intro section, and then we also want to set a cue point to like where the song kind of starts. Yeah. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Which is about there. Baby. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. Right. Now, because it kind of repeats right there, we don't really need this section, which is going to come in handy later. So now let's switch over to Serato Studio and let's put this intro edit version together. All right, now we have Serato Studio open, and you'll notice we have the option for either a new beat or a new remix. So for this instance, we're going to click on New Remix, and this is going to change the view a little bit for Serato Studio and make it a little bit easier for what we want to do. So right here, you have the option to go through your Serato DJ library, and this is why setting everything up in Serato DJ is so helpful. It's because Serato Studio and Serato DJ share libraries, meaning all the cue points, all the analyzing of the files with the BPM and stuff, all that stuff is saved inside Serato Studio as well as Serato DJ Pro. So let's find that track, and then all we have to do is change the slice mode to Serato DJ, and you'll notice now we selected it and we have all of our cue points set to our chop points. So just like in Serato DJ, if we hit 1, it'll play the first cue point. 2 will play the second cue point. 3, of course, is going to play the third one. And then right here we'll have that last cue point that we're going to use to loop around. And notice right here at the bottom, the entire track is laid out, making it really easy, right? So what we're going to do is, all we need is until right here, right before the beat drops, right? So what we'll do is just grab the beginning, kind of bring that in just like that. Then we'll add another audio track by hitting this button right here. And same thing, we'll go in, grab the same track again, hit Serato DJ, hit the button, and it'll bring up the cue points again. And then we'll go back to that song view. And if we have that point, right? So all we have to do now is just delete that out of there. Just grab this, and it's going to go ahead and bring in the song from that cue point. So it should be on beat, right? So let's listen to it from the beginning. we want it to end right there, right? So what we're going to do real quick, just zoom out, bring this all the way back, zoom in, make sure it's 4 bars, and you can see it's kind of sectioned off by bars. So right there. Then we can copy, and we can paste. Now we should have a perfect intro. So let's give it a listen. And there we go. Now, if we didn't want this little intro horn section, we could bring that back, have it end right there. Let's give that a listen. What does that sound like? No, I kind of like it with that. So we get that sometimes. So let's just zoom in. Oh, bring that back right about there. Give that a listen. And just like that, now all that's left to do is export song. And you can export it as a WAV or an MP3. I'm going to go ahead and export it as an MP3. Then just name it whatever you want. And then you can just drag that into your DJ library and you're done. Your own intro edit version of a song that didn't really have an intro is complete in just a few steps, just takes a few minutes. The really key things to remember are to analyze the track in Serato DJ Pro so it gets the BPM information, setting cue points at the right points, meaning you want one where the actual song starts, where like the vocals or the beat drops for the first time. And then you also want to have a cue point set for a little part of the song you can loop around that's not too busy and use that section as the intro for your track. Then just bring it into Serato Studio and then just bring the song in using this library function right here. Oh, cancel. And then just bring it in twice. The top one is going to be the whole song. The second one is going to be the intro section, and just grab that section you want, drag it over to the beginning, and all that's left to do is export, and you're done.
Having intro edits in your DJ library can be a really useful tool to have, and having a program like Serato Studio that makes it so simple to make your own, especially when not every song ends up having an intro edit, can be indispensable. So I suggest you give it a try if you haven't already, and I'm sure you'll find using Serato Studio to make your own intro edits a quick and easy process. Now for the question of the day. Do you use intro edits in your DJ sets? Go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, if you found this video useful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm to get this video pushed out to as many DJs as possible. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to click the link down below in the description to join my Discord community, as you can find exclusive content only found there. And if you're looking for more DJ related content, be sure to click right here. And if you haven't already, be sure to click right here to subscribe to this channel. See you guys in the next one.